I want to vote for a woman, just not that woman.
Her greatest strength is her greatest weakness.
She's unlikable because she's unlikable.
She's so smart, people always believe there is some deviousness.
I provoked strong opinions. What you see is what you get.
Parker.
That was the Hulu trailer to the 4-part documentary series on Hillary Clinton, aptly named Hillary. It focuses on her unsuccessful presidential campaign, her marriage to former President Bill Clinton, and the Lewinsky scandal.
And now, with the resurgence of Hillary Clinton as a political icon, some are wondering whether her candor would have served her well during her run for president in 2016.
Here to talk about this and the U.S. election process, we bring back the host of White House Brief on the Blaze TV, John Miller, and welcome America First Action Super PAC's Communications Director, Kelly Sadler. Yeah, so, you know, this seems to be this perennial thing that losers do. Bob Dole back in the day went on Letterman. Everyone said, where was that Bob Dole? Mitt Romney released a thing called Mitt. Everybody said, where was that Mitt Romney? And now we have Hillary Clinton releasing this. Someone goes, you know, that Hillary Clinton seemed a lot more likable and relatable than the one that was on the campaign trail. I mean, again, you asked this a while ago. Why wait? Hillary explained it a little on some of the interviews she's done, but is this...
I'm not convinced she's that much more likable in this documentary. I was watching these clips.
Sympathetic. How sympathetic? Sympathetic?
She's been out every time I see her. I'm just like, not you again. I mean, she had the book. She's been on stage. She's been giving, lectures and whatever. I mean, every time I see Hillary Clinton, I'm just like, get over it. You lost. We want you out of our TV screens. We don't want to see you. So she might be more sympathetic, but I'm just ready to see Hillary Clinton go away at this point.
I mean, she was taking shots at Bernie Sanders in this documentary, like saying no one likes him, no one wants to work with him, he didn't get anything done, he's a career politician. I know, so I mean, I do kind of agree with her on those points, but you know what else I found interesting about this documentary is that she said, as a woman, as a trailblazer, as the first, contender to the presidency, I didn't have any role models. No one was teaching me how to do this, or there was no one I could look up to, and I was thinking that was kind of the problem with her campaign. And the fact that she was always trying to find the right talking points, always trying to borrow from other people and not just being authentically herself.
Right.
I think something that's also interesting about this documentary, we see Bill Clinton in it talking very candidly a little bit about his scandal with Monica Lewinsky. And I want to talk about that a little bit more, but first I want to remind everyone of the clip Bill Clinton addressing the country.
I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
And now, in this documentary, we have Bill Clinton saying that he was pretty much using Monica Lewinsky because he had a lot of anxiety. So let's read his quote here. He says, everybody's life has pressures and disappointments, terror and fears of whatever. And what I did to manage my anxiety was essentially to have this relationship with Monica Lewinsky. I mean, Me Too movement should be screaming out right now, essentially saying, I'm using a woman to make myself feel better.
But it's not just a woman, right? I mean, this is an intern,
a 22-year-old.
So it's one thing which is outrageous enough to make that lame of an excuse to say I'm dealing with it. There are serious mental health issues that need to be that you can seek treatment for, and you should. To use this as a way of saying that's why I cheated on my wife. But to your point, the Me Too movement. This is a young intern, impressionable girl whose life has been ruined because of his actions. It's almost like the same thing that Hillary does all the time. Here's why I lost, reason number 542. And Clinton does the same thing. Well, the reason I had an affair and the reason I did this to this young woman is because I have anxiety.
And isn't that the whole thing with the Me Too? Isn't it the power dynamic is that you have men in power using women who maybe want to be in a position of power and they are therefore lured by these men who are abusing their positions of power to prey on these young women? I mean, if that for him is the cure for his anxiety, you would think that'd be a little bit more problematic than what we're hearing come out of this documentary.
Well, and another thing is that he never apologized to Monica Lewinsky, and he did not do that in this documentary either.
Good point.
This is something in the era of Me Too, looking back on it, you can say, you know, I'm sorry, Monica, I ever put you in that position. It was wrong of me. But he's never, ever said that. Instead, it was, I just needed to release some of my anxiety, and that's disgusting.
And is he getting any heat for this? Obviously, it airs tonight officially on Hulu, but will he take heat from the Me Too movement, or no, yes or no?
I haven't heard any. I haven't heard it.
It's been crickets.
All right, well, thank you guys for being here with us. Well, it's this time of year when we spring forward. Daylight savings time is this Sunday, can you believe it? But could this be the last year you'll have to reset your clock? We'll tell you how some lawmakers are pushing for just that after the break.
Heated debate.